Now, why in the world did the White House remove the Constitution from whitehouse.gov today, y'all? I mean, it's gone. Last I looked, it was gone. It just give you an error 404 right there. You know, maybe they'll put it back up. Maybe they're just doing a little housekeeping, a little rearranging on the website or something. But you know, ain't no reason to remove the Constitution if that's what you're doing, because that Constitution hadn't changed in years. Ain't no reason to try and put up another one. I hope. You know what? I bet it is. I bet you the Heritage Foundation has a brand new one for us, is what it is. The Heritage Foundation and those Christian nationalists have got us a brand new Constitution to replace that old one we've been using for so long, you know. That's probably what it is. I bet you that's what it is right there, Trump supporters. And look, I thought y'all all about the Constitution. I really did. I mean, y'all just love that Constitution, man. You like to bring it up all the time. The unconstitutional this, unconstitutional that. We love our Constitution. All that, especially that Second Amendment part of it. I think that's your favorite part. I think you treat that Constitution like you treat your Bible. You just cherry pick the things that benefit you at the time. The rest of it, you don't really give two about. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't know, because we know for sure now that what Donald effing Trump thinks about that Constitution. He don't like it. I mean, he probably wouldn't even use that thing to wipe his big old fat behind with, He wouldn't even use it for that. That's what he thinks of it. And you can tell by just the way that it is. Otherwise, he wouldn't have put an executive order out yesterday trying to do away with birthright citizenship through an executive order, because it's clearly laid out right there in the 14th Amendment, birthright citizenship. So you can't just undo the Constitution through an executive order. But apparently, Donald Trump believes he can. Either that or he don't care. That's what he thinks about the Constitution there. Trump supporters, tried to warn you about that. You didn't want to listen. I bet you if they give you a brand new Constitution and that Second Amendment ain't there, you'd just bend over and give him all your weapons, wouldn't you? You certainly would. All that game y'all talk all the time about they can come get it from your cold dead hands and stuff. Don't mean nothing if Donald Trump comes for him, would it? You just give them up willingly, wouldn't you? Just like you give everything else up to him. That's exactly what you would do. I promise you, that's exactly what you would do. But anyway, last I checked, it was gone from there. Hopefully they'll put the original one back. That would be the best thing for this country if they did that. But y'all don't really care about much these days, I've noticed. I mean, whenever Elon Musk went up there and gave Donald Trump that salute right there in front of everybody, I mean, half of you cheering it on and half of you trying to spin it as if that ain't what happened. We all know what happened, though, is the problem. And the problem with that is, if Donald Trump wasn't on board with that, he would have immediately called him out right there in front of everybody and told him to kick rocks and never, ever get anywhere near him again. But apparently Donald effing Trump's on board with that BS too. So ain't no use y'all tried to hide from it no more, right? I just heard something that makes perfect sense. It applies to every single one of y'all, okay? You got 11 dudes there sitting around a fire in a circle talking to each other, hanging out, and one of those is one of those Yahtzees there. You know what you got? You got 11 Yahtzees is what you got, because birds of a feather flock together. So ain't no point trying to hide from it no more. You are what you are. And if you ain't one, you better start distancing yourself from that BS real soon. Inmate Trump.